Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Extreme Racing Leagues. I'm sorry, I totally forget to tell to tell you the countdown for going live, Kenzie. And
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yes, as Caesar said, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. New overlay, new intro, new season. It is season 6 for the Extreme Racing League. We are sponsored by NC3D CD Keys and the Driver 61 Sim Academy. So, yes, we are live for round 1 of season 6 here at the Circuit of the Americas. What an amazing season we have in store, because this is going to be an absolute barnstormer. 13 races this season, no room for error. One bad race is all it could take to swing the championship on its head. And yeah, joining me in the commentary box this season, as always, is the boss of the league himself, Cesar Lopez. Cesar, how
thank you.
excited are we for the new season?
Oh, I'm really, really excited, man, of this season. It's going to be a shortened season, as you said. Thank you very much for the welcome. Uh, it's going to be very, very. I'm very excited for this season because it's a short season, so there's no room for mistake. There's no room
Yeah,
for skipping races. It can
absolutely.
cost you. It can cost you the championship by not attending to one race. So we'll see how it goes during the during the season. I wanted to take a little time here to thank Harry Morris, who is the designer that made all these designs from the stream starting overlay with the lights out. That was amazing. This new
Oh, yeah.
stream overlay of Extreme Racing Leagues with our sponsors. Everything fitted where it is. The new intro video. Uh, and we are going to be having some more stuff coming from him. He helped us make a new calendar also. So Harry Morris, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name correct. He's from the UK. Harry Morris. Um Yep, I'm going to be typing his email here in the chat. If anyone wants to get a design from him, by any chance, any kind of design, any kind of video, he can make it. He also made the F3 League video. That it was fantastic video for iRacing. Maybe we can play it later tonight.
Yes, the F3 League that we've got for iRacing on the PC side of things here in the XRL. So we've got a couple of drivers out on track at the moment. But so I'm focusing on Elfin Starfish right now. But here is the starting lineup for this evening's season opener. We've got Waldo. We've got Sasha. Sasha still holds the record for the youngest ever X1 winner. Ollie Frisdy, our defending champion. He is with Mercedes this season. We've got Jacob, Liam, the Iron Exo, one of two X1 rookies this one of two X1 rookies this season. Bull Beast, XIX, that's Ledger. Lone Retreat, we've seen him racing in X1 previously. Andrea, somebody else that raced in X1 last season. Smooth, Alex Haig, the other X1 rookie that we've got. CDT, who was last season's X2 champion, coming up through the ranks. Matrix, JBL, Starfish comes across the line. First time of the day with a 132.949. Ryan Hurricane is Frisdy's teammate. 2D, a former XRL esports driver, and Trap Paulos in the Red Bull. So that's the lineup for this evening. We've got a full grid. Great to have a full grid for the first race of the season. Now, Caesar mentioned the calendar. With
Oh
it only being
yes.
13, with only
Let
13
me get it
races
on
this
screen.
season.
Let me get it on screen.
Yeah, so we'll get it on screen, and we'll just show you how cool it looks.
Give me 1 second. Wait. I forgot of getting it. Okay, here it is. Save. It should be on screen right now. Ooh.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Wait.
There we go. There it is on screen now. How cool does that? How cool does the layout of that calendar look?
That's really cool, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll quickly run through the calendar. As I said, tonight we've got the Circuit of the Americas. Next week we've got Imola, France the following week on the 16th and 17th. Silverstone. That's the big one for the UK races of this league as Jacob comes across the line, almost a full second quicker than Starfish on the softs. 23rd and 24th of April, that is when we're heading to Silverstone. And then we've got another iconic track the week after that with Monza on April 30th and May the 1st. And then we'll have a break week for the 7th and 8th of May because we've got Miami making its debut on the actual F1 calendar that week. So there's that. Then on the 14th and 15th, we're going to be heading to Belgium. Then Austria. Anniversary week is going to be the 28th and 29th of
in
May.
This one, I want to say something. There's going to be an anniversary giveaway, so
yes,
stay put for it.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. 28th and 29th of May, we'll be at Mexico, which is of course the home of the XRL. So like Caesar said, there's going to be giveaways. There's going to be pretty big giveaways happening on that weekend, and it'll be happening over the course of the entire weekend. So definitely stay tuned for all the racing action. Then Bahrain to kick off the summer on the 4th and 5th of June. Azerbaijan on the 11th and 12th the following week. And then we've got another break week for the 18th and 19th of June because that's when
not
Hamilton.
Miami.
It's okay. It's okay. Because the F1 circus will be heading to Canada for the first time since 2019, and then to close out the season, we've got Hungary, Portugal, and Brazil as the season finale on the 9th and 10th of July. So that's how the calendar looks. That's how the calendar is shaping up for this season. But like I say, just the overall design of the calendar, it looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jason Limitless HD, for the subscription. Guys, everyone, if you want to help the league in any way, remember we do all the giveaways we do is with your support and stuff. So if you want to support the league, go and subscribe to Extreme Racing Leagues. I'm not sure why it's blinking my screen. It looks like the stream is blinking, right?
I did spot that earlier, but
I'm not sure why.
Well, hopefully we get it. Yes, I can definitely see it blinking on my screen, but hopefully it doesn't become a major issue over the course of this evening. But Andrea currently fastest with a 1:31.3, 6/10 quicker than Jacob. There is something regarding the safety car time penalties that drivers ended up accumulating over the course of last season. There's a bit of clarification as to how they're going to be removed from this season onwards, where if you get a 5-second penalty for a collision under the safety car, and you serve it right. So I'll see if I can.
No, go for it. I'll be muted for a second. I'm trying to fix it.
That's fine. Yeah. So there's a bit of clarification here regarding one of the rules here. Classification on time penalty removes. It's rule 6.9 in the XRL rule book. 5-second time penalties given under the safety car will not be removed after the race unless the penalties are served under full race conditions. So you can't serve the time penalties under the safety car, otherwise the penalty won't be removed. And this will require evidence provided by drivers in an incident report. If there is a safety car after 75% of the race distance, so it's 20. So we've got 28 laps this evening. So if we have a safety car on lap 20 from lap 22 onwards, any time penalties that had already been served will not be removed. And the clarification there: if the safety car is ending before the 75% race distance is completed, the 5 seconds can still be removed. However, if the safety car reaches or exceeds the 75% race distance, the 5-second penalty will not be removed. And the example being, let's say here tonight, for instance, the USA here, 28 laps. If the safety car comes in at the end of lap 21, the drivers can get their 5-second penalty removed. Whereas if it came in on lap 22, it can't be removed.
Yes.
And
this is to make sure people don't get unfair advantages.
yes, because we all know how notorious the time penalties were over the course of last season, especially with collisions under the safety car.
Yeah. Also, another interesting rule this season is pit entry rules apply. So you have to respect the bollards for the pit entry.
Yes, you have to enter the pit. You have to enter the pit lane
Correct.
properly,
Yeah,
effectively.
exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
The exit is on you because the game gives
Yes.
you warnings. So we're not touching the
it
exit.
does, yeah.
But the
yes.
entry, the game does nothing, so you can skip the bollard and just enter the pits. Well, not now.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen in every track because some tracks
Yeah.
have like a proper lane, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Walls.
Zola giving us the simplified explanation here that any safety car, if there's any safety cars after lap 22 tonight, nothing will be removed. No safety car penalties will be removed from lap 22 onwards.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Ollie has finished his lap, but he's just spun on the exit of turn 1. 31.9 for him. So that puts him third at the moment. Frisdy on the mediums at the moment. He's just come across the line.
Is he
got a
safe?
32.
I'm not sure.
A 32.5. Bearing in mind it was on mediums though.
Yeah, but if he wants to save the soft tires, he will stay on the medium, and I don't think that's safe for him.
Yeah, especially given the fact that this track is normally a two-stop at the best of times. Sasha, meanwhile, he's top of the timesheets at the moment with a 31.097. Zola's informed us that Waddington is the only full-time driver missing this evening.
Well,
because
not
he's,
nice for him missing, nice for because we have a lot of full-time drivers.
Yeah, because Wallace is the only full-time driver that's missing from X1 this evening because he's a bit under the weather at the moment. So Waddington, we're wishing you a speedy recovery, and we hope to see you next week at Imola. Zola saying Frisdy's not safe, that he needs to get into the 31s.
Yeah. What were our times last night, Kenzie? 34s? 32s? I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Possibly, yeah, but with
32s, right?
we'll say somewhere in that sort of region, yeah. But because of course, because Lopez is back to racing. He's
oh yes, I'm back to racing.
Yeah, he's back into racing. Anyway, fair play to him. He managed to get less penalties than me last night, so he ended up jumping me on penalty countbacks. But
only that way I could get.
Man, it felt good to be racing last night again.
Yeah, I got no chance to catch you on base yesterday, but I got you on the on the penalty countback. I'm starting slowly to come back to racing. You know, I also have pending to race in the F3 league. I'd say, John, I would. Uh,
Yeah,
I just need to find the time.
yeah. Zola in the chat. Is it because of Zola and Lopez teammates last night in the Red Bull? So,
Yeah, I was
joking.
racing realistic.
Yeah. Is it, was he racing last night? Because it looks like Perez was carried by Max last night. Yeah. But of course, we've also got a realistic. Because we've also got a realistic league on Saturday nights as well. Realistic car performance with 100% race distance, and our X3 commentator, Insane Leader, he does the commentary for the realistic league, and he's been a phenomenal asset to the commentary team since we managed to get him on board.
Yeah, he has been. He did it fantastic yesterday. I was listening to him just before while we were doing the race, and it was
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. It was like the biggest. One particular moment throughout the race. Yesterday it was it was the battle me and Lopez had towards the end of the lap in the early stages of the race. I mean, we were just like side by side through like a majority of the final sector, and then the right-hander that Smooth is coming up to right now, the triple apex right-hander. That was when Lopez managed to fully get ahead of me, and I was just like, okay, fair play.
That was a fantastic battle, man. I also had great fights with Jigsaw, and I had a contact there with him. I am so sorry. I apologized that day, but yeah, it was a fantastic race. I think I had a lot of fun. I was telling Kenzie right before we start the stream. I may not get a great or fantastic result. We got into the points boat, but I had a lot of fun, and that's what mattered to me the most, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And as I said to him, I certainly enjoyed um, last night's race. So Smooth's in the pits. There's about half a minute left on the clock, so he's going to be the first of the 5 drivers to be eliminated from this part of qualifying. The others in danger of elimination are the 2 McLarens of Ledger and
Oh, Ledger is
Alex.
going backwards.
Oh, hello. Well, I think that's his qualifying over then, if that's the case. So there we go. Oh, and Bullbeast has just been put into the drop zone as one of the Mercedes drivers. I believe it was.
Oh, no,
It was either
okay.
Frisbee or it was Hurricane. Yeah, he boosted himself up into 7th. Yeah, Frisbee's in trouble here.
Yep. He cannot invalidate this lap. Otherwise, we will be seeing a Hamilton here.
Oh, yeah. Talking of which, we definitely need to talk about the first 2 races of the F1 season from Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. We definitely need to talk about those at some point during qualifying.
It's
But here we go. First, he's in the drop zone, but he shoots himself right to the top of the timesheets.
yeah, he just shuts shuts my mouth with that P1 in Q.
So they've got JBL's invalidated, so only Alex can improve on his time now. It's going to be Alex or Liam that gets eliminated from this first part of qualifying. The slowest 5 drivers get eliminated, and he cuts the last corner, and that's it. What would the time have been? It wasn't going to be anything special anyway, but that's unlucky. Alex, so CVT, Ledger, JBL, Alex, and Smooth all out of this part of qualifying. So we've lost
CVT, who is the Dev League champion right now.
Yes. Yeah, CVT was last. So yeah, because CVT was last season's Dev League champion as well, and the Dev League was the only division in the whole of the XRL that we didn't have double champions last season. Because Aston Martin managed to wrap up the Constructors' Championship, but CVT won the title for Mercedes, and the rest of the divisions were Ferrari for X3, Haas for X2, and McLaren at the final race of the season for the for X1. So Frisbee, our defending champion, top of the timesheets at the moment. Sasha, Andrea, Tudi, Bullbeast, Starfish, Low Retreat, Iron Exo. Great performance from him so far. He's into his first Q2 of the season. Matrix, Waldo, Jacob, Ollie, Trap, and Liam all making it through. CVT, our Dev League champion from last season, out in the first part of qualifying. Then Ledger, JBL, Alex Haig, and Smooth. So here we go into the second part of qualifying. Now, with the way the F1 rules are for this season, compared to hello, that explains why. Hang on a second. That explains why everybody's coming out onto the track, because lo and behold, it's just started raining. Oh my word! It has just started raining, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's definitely made things interesting. So we've got a prediction in the chat right now, folks. You can you can gamble. You can gamble your channel points. How many drivers to finish this evening? 14 or more, or 13 or less. So, a lot of people going for 13 or less. Some people going
13 or less for an X1 race? Nah. I'm going for 14 or more.
I was about to say, bearing in mind we've got a couple of rookies on the track,
true.
so there could be a little bit of carnage.
Yeah, that's true. And it only, as we saw yesterday, it only takes one guy early braking on turn one at the start of the race,
Yep.
and you can get a carnage.
Not pointing any names in particular, but they know exactly who they are.
and there's a carnage. Sola saying, "Yeah, but Lopez isn't racing." Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
ha.
I have to get a pole position and a win next week.
Yeah, next week when we head to Imola.
Oh no, that's not going to work. I'm terrible at Imola.
And Torpedo in the chat, one of our commentators. One of our commentators. There better be rain in the race for this to happen. Yeah. Which actually reminds me, we haven't actually had a weather forecast through yet.
Oh, that's true, Sola. We don't have the weather forecast. Can you send it, please? Or I think he sent it. He sent it? Oh no, he didn't.
I don't think he did. No, but
we totally forgot about that. Don't worry.
Yeah. But right, so right, that's fine. Oh, of course, Zola's not racing in X1, of course. Right. Anyway, so I'll wait for Cece to get back, and then we can talk about what happened in the first two races of the actual F1 season. And yeah, definitely not what we were expecting. So yeah, everybody trying to get their lap times in, but I think that's Q2 pretty much done and dusted before it even properly got underway. So we've got 33s, 34s, a couple of 35s, and a 36 from Trap Polo. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing any fast laps here. 41 for Ollie. So I think those that managed to get out early will be breathing a huge sigh of relief because they've managed to get the best conditions possible, and I say that in pretty large air quotes. So yeah, does anybody actually have the weather forecast on them? Come to think of it. I don't think Hurricanes going to be able to get a proper lap time in. Zola's currently working on trying to get the weather forecast. So here comes Hurricane. There we go, 37.5. That puts Ollie into 15th. Yeah, the conditions are getting worse. You can actually see water starting to build up on the track. And Ollie does improve on his time, but he's not going to be improving his position. So yeah, I think that's qualifying done. They're not crying in the X1 chat, so I don't think it's a wet race. That's it. Ollie and Hurricane, the only drivers out on track at the moment, but you can. I'm on board with Ollie right now, and you can actually see on board with Ollie that there is the standing water is starting to develop on the track. Zola confirming it is a dry race for this evening. So you've still got a bit of time to put your channel points into the prediction for this evening of how many drivers you think will finish the race this evening. 14 or more or 13 or less. So they go Matrix retired from the session, so that's him out. Trap Paulo's retired, he's out. Andrea looking like he's going to try and improve on his lap time, but I don't think that's going to happen. I can't see it. I mean, Hurricane just got himself into the pits now. Ollie in the pits now. So, is the track starting to dry out? Actually, scratch that. Never mind. There we go. DRS disabled. So I don't see anybody going back out on the track anytime soon. So there we go. That's Q2 done and dusted. The top 10 all starting on soft tires. You can see Andrea really struggling with navigating this track in these wet weather conditions. Andrea electing to stay out and get a lap in as well. Has he not? Andrea, have you not seen what's happened with the weather forecast? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Looking like it's going to be wet for the rest of qualifying. But Bull Beast, they like to come out to test the intermediates on his end. Nice views. So, ooh, bit squirrely there from Andrea. It looks like Bull Beast is going to be acclimatizing himself to the intermediate conditions before. So, yeah, Bull Beast trying to acclimatize himself to the intermediate conditions for the third part of qualifying. Yeah. Andrea, word of advice, just come into the pits, retire, because you ain't going to be improving on your lap time. But that's just me. Oh, there we go. You can definitely see Andrea definitely struggling to get any sort of grip on Andrea. Just come into the pits. Thank you. Sorry, that's just me in engineer mode. So there we go. Andrea in the pits. So there we go. Matrix, Trap, Hurricane, and Ollie all out. Andrea in the pits. So I guess the Full Good has not retired, and we are running down the clock. No, Torpedo. What's actually happening is Bull Beast is on track right now. He's getting himself acclimatized to the intermediate conditions, where he's getting himself acclimatized to the intermediate conditions for some intermediate runs during Q3. And there we go, a massive 13 seconds off. But anyway, that being said, though, it's normally in this part of qualifying, folks. It's the slowest five. It's fine. Normally in this part of qualified, folks, it's the slowest 5 drivers that get eliminated, and the top 10 start the race on the tires they set their fastest lap on. And the
Mijito, no quiero que piensen que queremos manipular situación, no, por favor, o que queremos meternos donde no nos incumbe. Es solo regalarles a ustedes confort, a lo mejor ayudarlos a darle la piñata como se la querían dar a Emi y por la mudanza y todo no pudieron hacerlo, por todos los gastos de la boda, por todo lo que se vino. Entonces, si finalmente ustedes deciden que sea ahí, está perfectísimo, perfectísimo. Ustedes nos dicen mejor, ayúdanos también con esto, ¿cachas? Lo que ustedes decidan, eso va a ser lo correcto, ¿ok? Y nosotros vamos a estar ahí detrás de ustedes apoyándolos.
We now need to talk about Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, Caesar.
That's true.
I mean, long story short, what a start to the season we've had.
Saudi Arabia was a fantastic race, to be honest, for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we were not expecting Lewis to struggle as badly as he did.
Yeah, exactly. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, now.
We're hearing all that other stuff in Spanish. Really, Zola?
Oh, sorry. You were listening to that in Spanish. Oh, sorry, man. It's because I played a voice note from my WhatsApp, and I got it on the desktop audio on the Streamlabs. So everyone was listening to my mom telling me some stuff, but it was in 1.5 speed, so it was so funny because it was like
smooth in the stream chat say felt like I was listening to a Spanish broadcast.
Sorry about that, guys.
But
I totally forgot.
But yeah, anyway, Bullbeast, Sasha, 2D, Frisdy, Starfish, Waldo, Love Retreat, Iron Exo, Liam, and Jacob all through into the top 10 shootout. Matrix, Andrea, Trap, Hurricane, and Ollie all eliminated. And Zola saying we might have to do a lobby restart as a driver had to leave, and we can't have an AI car on track. And Zola is coming in to replace them. Now, we're not sure which driver that is going to be specifically, but we'll keep you posted on that. And hey, that gives me plenty of time to talk about this week's deals, and not just the daily deals for today on CD Keys, but also the Purple Friday weekend sale that CD Keys have ongoing right now, and of course my first recommendation of the season. And I'll say this, folks, it's a very, very juicy one. If you're a fan of two particular franchises, combined as one, if you will, and we'll just leave it at that as your little teaser. So yeah, it's Ledger that Zola is replacing. So anyway, back to Bahrain and Saudi Arabia for a moment, and yeah, that crash Schumacher had was pretty scary in qualifying. No sugarcoating that. But thankfully he was okay. But again, another example of how dangerous the sport can be sometimes. But yeah, as I said, I say Hamilton really struggling. He really struggled all weekend.
I'm now back completely. Sorry, Mom was trying to say something to me, but
there we go.
It's finished.
That's fine. But yeah, as I was saying, with the lobby restart that we're going to be having to go through, it gives you plenty of time to talk about, of course, the daily deals for CD Keys, the Purple Weekend sale they've got right now, and of course, a very juicy recommendation of the week, which actually comes out this coming Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's a game I've actually pre-ordered as well, so definitely looking forward to.
This is good.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to playing this week's recommendation when it comes out. But you can actually see, folks, that the rain is getting pretty heavy at this point. But I say Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. This is a pretty perfect case of how the mighty have fallen. I mean, Lewis Hamilton really struggled throughout the entire weekend in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, but I'm not sure. I was talking to a friend, F1 fan too.
Mhm.
The fact that Mercedes went for the no pod on the no side pods on the car,
Yeah.
and Red Bull was like, "Yeah, it's legal. Don't worry." Was that the fact? Was that part? Is that part of the fact that they don't have the pace now, or the car's not like Red Bull? Oh yeah, that's going to make them slower, something like that.
Well, if that were the case, if that were the case, then Russell wouldn't have made it into the top 10 in Saudi Arabia. But
Now,
but the Mercedes team, they do have some upgrades coming over the course of the season. One for the suspension and one for their power unit before the engine development freeze comes into effect.
so pretty much what Mercedes is lacking of is power, more than aero. What do you think?
Well, they're having to have a higher ride height on the car to counteract the porpoising
Oh yeah,
effect that they've had to deal with during the preseason testing.
yeah. We've seen porpoising in Bahrain and in
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia. We've seen them on. We've seen that on the practices.
yeah.
It's too early in the season, and it's a long season.
Yeah,
So,
23 races.
yeah, I saw a post earlier this week about people wanting to make it 30 races. That's crazy. That's a lot, man.
I've said it a couple of times previously that I personally feel that that it should be 20 races as the maximum for the F1 calendar.
Smooth saying in the chat, when it comes to the engine, apparently Merck struggled with transition to new fuel over winter break. Well, yeah, that can be it.
Because
Transition to the new fuel. Yeah.
because the F1 have transitioned to a more sustainable fuel as well.
Yeah. So it was, you know.
So it's a combination of multiple factors.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but we needed a change as F1 fans.
And a lot of fans would agree with you on that one. And we've got Ferrari doing pretty well this season after going through a pretty dry spell.
Yeah, and Haas going P9, going P6, P7.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Magnussen. He didn't race at all last season, and here he is. He's got 2 points finishes to his name already.
Now, how long is that change going to stay? Because Mercedes they're not going to stay and sleep where they are, you know.
Of course they're not.
Mercedes, maybe it will take him 1 year. It will take them 1 year, 2 years to get back to the top. So Ferrari needs to not give up or not sleep where they are right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to be sleeping on their laurels anytime soon. But I say the biggest one of the best things we've loved about this season so far is the battles that Verstappen and Leclerc have had on the track during the races. Those battles have just been absolutely brilliant to watch.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, to be honest. They've been really, really good. And Alonso Ocon battle in Saudi Arabia, man. I was if I would be Otmar in that moment, I would be crying.
Yeah, I mean that was brutal, and it ended up unintentionally, of course. It ended up unintentionally costing Hamilton some valuable points because the car was parked right at the pit entry.
Yeah, exactly. It will be unsafe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I'll say we did have another fine example of how dangerous motorsports can be with Mick Schumacher's pretty scary crash in qualifying the day beforehand, and it resulted in him not being able to take part in the race.
Yes, exactly. It is a very dangerous track, to be honest. It is still a dangerous track because it's a very fast. It's the fastest street circuit.
Fastest street circuit on the calendar. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, I'm not sure. It's. Well, let's wait a little bit. Q3 is about to end. 3 minutes to go. Freeze in pole position right now. 144, 444. He loves the force, to be honest.
Yeah. It's I will say, folks, over the course of the break that we've had from the XRL realistic stuff aside, I've put a fair chunk of time into playing Forza Horizon 5, getting the festival playlist challenges completed, getting some new cars added to my garage, and then just then jumping onto F1 on occasion for league races elsewhere, and getting podium pass stuff done as well. I said this season's podium pass has a couple of things from some other F1 YouTubers. One of them being Tiamat Marduk, or he's a YouTuber, an F1 YouTuber from Australia, and he's had a lot of great content since I started watching his channel. So there is.
It's a very famous streamer,
YouTuber.
I mean.
Yeah, so he has. He's collaborated with a number of F1 YouTubers over the years, and even at one point took part in a couple of karting videos with other F1 YouTubers. One of them being Matt Gallagher from WTF1, which ended up winning the best. It ended up winning the WTF1 team. They managed to win an award for their podcast. So I'll double check that one. Quick.
And Elfie Starfish just stole Frisbee from pole position.
Yes, 144.237.
Waldo is invalidated his lap. Lord Retreat is invalidated his lap. Sasha is on a fast lap right now.
It's just Iron Exo that hasn't set a lap time yet. The WTF1 team, they managed to win a sports podcast award for best motorsport podcast, and so it's a big congratulations to them. They actually won that earlier this week. And Sasha, hello there! He's on pole for the time being, and there's 30 seconds left on the clock.
Bullbeast can get it.
Bullbeast can still challenge for that pole position.
And Tudi also.
Yes, I say again, Tudi, a former esports driver. Tudi about half a second up on his time at the moment, coming towards the end of sector 2. Where's he at now? Well, he's 1.1 up. He could beat his teammate here.
Has one.
So there we go. Check it. Oh, the scenes if that happens. Let's say checkered flag out. Checkered flag is out. The last time we had Haas dominating as much as they did was way back in season 3 with the team of Wellington, and snap of all the steal from Tudi. Bullbeast knocks Sasha off for the time being, but here comes Tudi round the last corner. What's he going to set? It's not enough. Bullbeast keeps pole for the time being, but Sasha's 3/10 up. He's ended up losing a 10th in the second sector. This is crucial. Can Sasha get the first pole position of the season? We've got Iron Exo, Jacob, and Lone Retreat on laps as well. What can Iron Exo do on his X1 debut?
Iron frees the P6. The champion is in P6.
That is huge, and he could end up being booted. He could end up being bumped down the grid even further. Iron Exo round the last corner, 45.3 to beat. He doesn't improve. He did improve on his time, but Sasha gets pole. IronXO improved on his time, but he ended up invalidated right at the end.
Jacob?
What's he gonna set? He goes
P2.
second! P2 for Jacob, lone retreat now! Last guy to set a lap, what's he gonna set?
I think it
Where
was
did he
before.
go?
I think it was before.
Frisdy has got a mountain to climb! Frisdy starting 8th!
Oh, we wasn't expecting that. We weren't expecting that.
No. But here's how the top 10 looks, folks. Sasha, first pole of the season. Jacob, Long Retreat, Bull Beast, 2D, Starfish, Liam, Frisdy, our defending champion. That is huge. Waldo and IronXO. If he hadn't invalidated that lap, he might have got himself a little further up on the grid, but he'll be starting 10th regardless. In the case of Frisdy, life imitating art, if you will. Or art imitating life, if you will.
That was
So we're gonna
something.
Yeah, I mean, what a climax to qualifying. So it looks like we're going to get the lobby restart, but we'll... So while we're getting everything set back, yep, we're getting the lobby restart, folks. So while we're getting that sorted, it's time to hear from our sponsors for the first time this season.
Are you looking for a more realistic F1 feel in your sim racing? ANSI 3D is the solution for you. ANSI 3D is a 3D printing company based in the United States. We sell F1 style wheels for Logitech G29, G920, and the G923 wheel set with all wheels including high quality real suede fabric on the handles for maximum comfort. All wheels can be fully customized by picking your own colors for the handles and buttons. Also, you get to select a free logo of your choice to be printed on your wheel. We also have all Formula One 3D printed tracks available for sale on our website. For more information or to place your order now, log on to our website at www.ansi3d.com. That's ANSE3D.com. Don't delay, check us out today.
I'm sorry. I want to remind you also we have Driver 61 as one of our main sponsors. Driver 61 is it's a sim racing. They have a sim racing academy where you can get a lot of information on how to on getting on coaching and a lot of information on how to race basically. They have a package at $29.97. It's a one-time fee only. We have a discount on this for Extreme Racing Leagues. It's an assessment and training package. It basically gives you there's a guy with you on a session, and they see you racing, and they give you some advice into your racing. We also have where is the Sim Racing University, when you can learn a lot of. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of videos where you can learn a lot of stuff about racing. Something like a better corner, how to get a better corner exit, how to drive on the limit, how to prioritize corners in the case there's a two apex corner, make a perfect rolling. Well, this is not applies for F1, but how not to overtake. This is really important for you guys to read. How not to overtake, when to go. Look, some people we've seen some incidents from people trying to overtake like this. So, yeah, I hugely recommend going for driver61.com and go for the. Well, you can do this driver61.com/uni/ and you will find all these videos. Just give them. They're small videos. Give them a look. You can also find them on YouTube. So you can find Driver61 on YouTube. Oh, sorry about that. Driver61 on YouTube. So Yeah, as you can see, they have a lot of stuff of new videos. They make some real good. Why they deleted their side posts and how it helped. Mercedes side posts legal or illegal? Some stuff about real F1. They're really good videos. So I really recommend Driver 61. And we also have CD keys, and I'm going to let this to you, Kenzie.
Ah, yes, the first time this season we're going to be talking about CD keys. Now this is one of the reasons why it's one of the biggest reasons I love CD keys because you can get these fantastic games at discounted prices on the CD keys, and you can get some other fantastic stuff on here as well. So we're going to go through the daily deals first. We've got Total War Warhammer 3 at 50% off, and you get the DLC for it with it as well. The Sims 4 you can get at 88% off. The Megalodon Shark cash card for GTA 5 that gives you 8 million in-game dollars for GTA Online. That's at 63% off. Elden Ring, one of this year's biggest games, 30% off right now. And another game that just released over the last couple of weeks, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Tiny Tina from, of course, the Borderlands franchise. 26% off right now. So that's the daily deals. But that's not the only deals we've got this weekend, folks, because we've got the Purple Friday weekend sale. And we've got a lot in here. We've got Elden Ring, I've already mentioned, Tiny Tina's, Ghostwire Tokyo, another one of the hottest releases. That's also available on PS5 as well. We've got other games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the Cottage Living expansion pack for The Sims 4, the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass that gives you a number of iconic Mario Kart tracks over the years, including the ever-famous Coconut Mall from Mario Kart Wii. Some other games involved. We've got a 3D Mark, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've got it, and it's fantastic. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we've already mentioned. Death Stranding, Destiny 2, Dying Light, as well. Far Cry 6 is in there as well, 64% off right now. You've got some other DLC stuff there as well. 84% off the GTA 5 Premium Online edition of GTA 5 as well. But now on to the first recommendation of the season. Now,
go for it.
As like I say, this is coming out. The recommendation for me this week, it's coming out this coming Tuesday, the day before my birthday. So an early birthday present for myself, because why not? You take the Star Wars franchise, turn them into Lego characters, and what do you get this week?
Oh.
Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. That is this week's recommendation for me. Now, this comes out on April 5th. And you can pre-order. I've seen on here you can pre-order the PC version right now, but it doesn't look like you can get the. It doesn't look like you can pre-order the Xbox edition at the moment, but they'll no doubt get it in there at some point. But there you go, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now this is. Oh, hello.
What happened?
And actually, never mind. The pre-order.
Yeah, you can.
The pre-order for Lego Star Wars on the Xbox. It's Oh wait, hang on. Bear with me.
No, you cannot pre-order. You can get a notification when it's.
Yeah. You can get notified for when the Xbox version is available to pre-order on there on CD keys. But even at that, still, the PC version. The PC version, you're getting for the deluxe edition especially, you're getting a massive 26% off.
That's good.
For the deluxe edition. So we'll see what the deluxe edition involves. It doesn't look like doesn't. Yes, seven DLC content character packs, and they have got plans for future DLC that's going to involve Rogue One and Solo, the other two Star Wars films as well. So they could get Rogue One and Solo DLC later down the road. But you've got the entirety of the Skywalker saga here. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and now we've got the sequel trilogy in Lego form for the first time. The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. So that's my recommendation for you this week. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, and it comes out this coming Tuesday, April the 5th.
The lobby should be ready.
Yeah.
Let's go back to, well, I'm not sure if they're going to be giving a 5-minute break. Also, let me check real quick.
Well, they'll need a couple of minutes anyway to get their setups onto their cars.
We go out at 08. Okay, yeah. We still have some minutes, so you can give another recommendation, to be honest.
Right. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's see what we can go for here.
I want to say this is one that's going out this week. It's already on you can play if you pre-order it.
Yes.
But
MLB The Show. Yes.
Remember, if you have Game Pass, you're going to be having it on day one. That's on this Monday, so it's going to be
which is actually just tomorrow, folks.
Yeah, exactly. Which is actually just tomorrow. So yeah, this is a good one. It's a game that I don't know why Madden or FIFA have imitated the gameplay of this. Well, not the gameplay, but the Diamond Dynasty on the MLB The Show 22.
Yeah.
It's fantastic because you can get every card in the game without having to pay any money. And just by grinding. It's Madden and FIFA make it different. You may have to spend some money. FIFA it makes it a little bit easier, I think, but you can even grind offline and you will get it, you know? You don't need to be online because there's some people that don't like to play these kind of games online. I don't really like to play online because I get destroyed, you know? But I like to win sometimes, so I want to play versus the AI, and you know, and still get the rewards. So yeah, MLB The Show 22 is now live. Only if you pre-order the game, you will be playing it. But it goes Game Pass tomorrow. So yeah, you can already download it. So I really recommend it on Game Pass. It's included on the Game Pass. On PS, I don't think it's going to be on PS Plus. I don't know how it's called.
Because of the overhaul of the PlayStation Plus system that's going to include PlayStation Now as well, and you've got like different tiers of the new PlayStation Plus where. If you go for like the top tier, well, the platinum tier, if you will, you'll be able to get a selection of classic PS1, PS2, and PS3 games available to play as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we also have MotoGP 22 for PC. You can pre-order it.
Yeah. I think that I will say I have played the MotoGP games previously, but I haven't been a fan of the last two entries in the series. But that's just me.
So yeah, give it a look to give a look to citykeys.com, guys. Just watch. There's some drivers here that have bought some games here. They can vouch for you and tell and let you know that yeah, this is completely safe. You can go click and buy here, and it's completely safe. Some people are like, "Hey, is it safe?" Yeah, it is, man. It's a very good. It's a very good company, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not yet. I saw something. I'm not sure. Let me see if we can find it here. No, this should be wrong. Hell Let Loose. This is a very good war game.
Ooh, Hell Let Loose. Ooh, okay.
Okay, let's go back to the racing because we don't want to miss out the lights out, and it's only 2 minutes from now.
Now, and I think something came through regarding gifted subs somewhere.
Jason,
I think something just came through.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for gifting subs to John. Oh, even it was to you, Kenzie.
One of them was me.
That's a good one. Thank you very much, Jason. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah. I was like, Jason, definitely no stranger to giving out gifted subs. He's an absolute machine when it comes to being able to support other leagues as well. So here we go. 10 seconds to go until lights out for the first race of the season.
Just before we start, prediction for the winner.
I'm going to have to go with Sasha.
I'm going to stay with Sasha.
So here we go. Here come the lights. You guys know what time it is. For the first time this season, it is race time here in X1. Very good start there from Sasha. Lone retreat. Having a bit of a look heading into turn 1 as well. Sasha has gone so far wide, and that allows Jacob into the lead. There's a lot of drivers going wide on the exit of turn 1 as well. But Jacob and Tootie have had brilliant starts. Sasha not having the best of starts, but Alex Haig has dropped down to last. There's a lot happening in the midfield as well, but the big story there, Sasha didn't get the best of starts. He ran wide on the entry into turn 1, and that is him down to P4. Hurricane has gone off as well. I think he's got damage, and that's a 5-second penalty for colliding with Alex as well. Does Alex have damage as well?
I think Sasha has damage. He hit Elfin Starfish from the back. It was a huge impact. I'm not sure if he has lost his left end plate. Yes, he has.
Sasha's lost an end plate, and he's already got a time penalty for track limits. Sasha's got damage, and Alex has got damage as well. It's all gone south so quickly for our pole sitter. He's plummeting down the order. He's going to have to get that changed.
Yeah. And in next one, if you lose positions, it's very difficult to get them back.
Especially with how quick the field is. Frisdy, meanwhile, he's a man on a mission. He's already got himself up into P4 on the start.
Yes, but Jacob, who surprised us last season, the end of last season, look, he's getting a gap. He's getting a 1.3 now on Volbeast, like if nothing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, running order at the end of lap 1. So here we go. Jacob leads, Bullbeast second, Tootie third, Frisdy fourth, Starfish fifth, Liam sixth, Waldo seventh, Matrix eighth, CBT ninth, and Andrea rounding up the top. And CBT P9? How's he done that?
Nice. 7 positions gained.
7 places on the start. How's he done that?
Oh, well, that's why he's the champion for the Dev League.
Wow. And of course, this race, and of course, this track, it's normally a 2-stop around this track. 2D and Bullbeast battling over second and third place. Meanwhile, Iron Exo has developed a couple of issues. He's down to stone dead last, and Alex has got himself ahead. Oh, it is all falling apart for Sasha and Hurricane, especially. But 2D and Bullbeast battling for
Starfish.
that second place at the moment.
Like
As it's Starfish and Fristy, they've joined in on the fray as well. Liam wants a piece of the action as well.
It's a great fight. This is crazy. Look at this fight. I don't want to stay on these top guys because sometimes the guys on P12 are getting a fantastic fight. Like for example, here Ryan and Sasha, they're trying to get back to the racing, but it's going to be difficult. There's a penalty there. There's a time penalty.
Yeah, but Fristy has just got himself into third, getting himself ahead of Bullbeast. Now he's hunting 2D down. DRS is enabled, so if Fristy can get a good exit on this hairpin, he might be able to get himself within a good shout of getting the position from 2D. So there we go, DRS there. Starfish getting himself ahead of Bullbeast, but Bullbeast is going to have the DRS, and there's not much that Starfish can do about that. Liam has DRS as well. We've got a bit of a DRS train developing here already, but Frisdy not being able to get ahead of 2D for the time being. Andrea, meanwhile, gets himself ahead of CVT into P9. Bullbeast and Starfish still squabbling over fourth place. This is the section of the track that me and Caesar were battling over.
It reminds me of us. It reminds me of them.
And this is mirroring that beat for beat. And they're still side by side heading into the penultimate corner. Someone's like, oh, big snap of oversteer from Bullbeast. And Liam gets past saying, thank you very much, I'll have a bit of that.
I love that phrase, man.
Yeah. I was saying it to Lopez last night as well. Last night. We've got to get that catchphrase on its own shirt.
Yeah.
Because if we were able to get a catchphrase from each of our commentators and get a commentator's line of shirts, think how much money we'd make from that.
That would be fun. We're having some trouble with the shirts right now, but yeah, we actually have some shirts right now in the UK. I'm not sure how many, but they are ready in the UK.
That's interesting. 2D's just let Frisdy pass without much difficulty. Why has he done that? Does 2D have issues?
The gap is increasing. That's weird. Oh yeah, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, I think 2D's got a problem. I think 2D's got a problem that we're not aware of.
Junk Maneuver with the subscription. Thank you very much, man.
Nice.
Junk Maneuver, a great supporter for the Extreme Racing Leagues. They look at that. Subscribed for a year.
Yeah. There we go, Frisdy getting the fastest lap of the race so far. There we go. Oh, yeah, CVT's had to come in as well. Is that a front? I think that might have been a front wing change for him. That's a real shame. He had such a good start as well. Yeah, it was a front wing change for CVT, unfortunately. Liam right on the back of Starfish for fourth place. And Frisdy, oh, hello. Frisdy and Alex both getting penalties for track limits. But we've seen how good Frisdy's pace is. Now he just needs to work out how to get past Jacob and build that 3-second gap. He needs to keep track position.
Frisdy is closing that gap, but it's closing it, and it was 1.6 before.
Yeah, down to 1.3 now. And, Alex has gone spinning. Alex has gone spinning at the top of the hill at the end of Sector 1. No damage from what I can see at the moment.
Bad situation right now for the two rookies.
Yeah.
Let's see fights. This little train is amazing. Wow, the Bull Beast, Liam, Elfin, Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix right behind his teammate battling for 7th place. You've actually got a DRS train from 2D right down to Matrix at the moment. So almost a quarter of the way through the race already.
Frisdy is destroying that gap.
Yeah, he's right on the back of Jacob heading into turn 1 now. And Alex is gone! Alex is out of the race now.
Ooh, safety car?
He's off track. It's the same place. Same place he spun on the previous lap.
Carries off track? Yeah, he carries off track. Maybe no safety car.
Yeah, so he's fine for the time being. That's our first retirement of the day.
To be honest, I like this reduced safety car situation. Maybe that in real life that would have been a virtual, but not a full. And the game normally gives you a full safety car. Now here comes Frisdy.
Yeah. Here we go. This for the lead. Not much Jacob can do about that. Frisdy started 8th, and now he's in the lead. Now he can start building that gap.
Yeah, time to build the gap.
Time to start building. Starfish, meanwhile, gets ahead of 2D into 3rd place. So as it stands, the Aston Martins are going to be getting a strong points haul for the first race of the season, which will put them at the top of the Constructors' Championship. But it's still early days yet.
Already a second, almost a second from Jacob. 7 tenths, well, 6 tenths here with DRS, but I think Frisdy is faster than Jacob in the S's, and that's the key point. If here in the S's, Jacob stays, he's actually catching up. No.
Yeah,
I retract. Where is Frisdy faster? Because that 1.6 second gap.
Oh, here we go. Gap starting to build again. Because I think Jacob was trying to make up the time in the S's at the end of Sector 1. But now Frisdy's almost a full second ahead, but Jacob's going to close some of that time down. He's going to close some of that time down with the DRS. Back down to under half a second. Meanwhile, a little further behind, you've got Starfish trying to keep this DRS train behind him of 2D, Liam, Bullbeast, Waldo, and Matrix.
Interesting what Torpedo is saying in the chat. Frisdy needs to manage ERS and build a gap till the first pit stop. Yes, exactly. But it's so difficult to manage DRS and at the same time build a gap versus Jacob. To be honest.
That's very true because Jacob's burning his ERS as well.
Yeah, as you can see on the telemetry right now, he's only 30% and Frisdy is 11. So Frisdy is lacking on ERS management. Jacob has the advantage here, just a little bit of advantage. And could we see an undercut from Jacob? I think there's going to be I think that's the smartest choice.
I think we could.
Yeah. Now, what happens if there's a safety car? Remember, last night on our race, Kenzie, lap 11, we were going to be pitting. Well, normally soft runners pit on lap 12 or something.
Yeah.
And the safety car was on lap 11. It was a fantastic safety car for us. So maybe we can get one here. Reckon we can see the 5-car train. Oh, right, it's so difficult to get it.
Yeah, let's see what's happening with them. Oh boy, I mean you've got two great battles here at the front, and it's so difficult to keep track of everything.
Yeah,
Ollie meanwhile he gets himself ahead of Trap Paulos into the top 10, but those two are still scrapping. And I think Trap's just got himself ahead. And Trap's on wide, and Ollie gets through. I think still side by side. This is what we saw earlier. But Trap is ahead. Oh, here we go. Here come some of the front runners. Starfish, Liam, and Matrix all coming in.
People starting to pit lap 9, maybe early, going for the undercut.
I was about to say either that or they're going for the undercuts, like you mentioned earlier. So on to lap 10 of 28 now. Frisdy's still leading. We don't know what the gap is at the moment, but hopefully we get it at some point shortly. Here we go, Bullbeast having a bit of a look on 2D for third. But not on this occasion. 2D doing well to keep him behind. Ollie and Trap still battling. Same section as the previous lap, but Ollie storms through. And now Ollie's got a bit of breathing space. There we go, Jacob in. Jacob in the pits. Jacob going for the undercut, and 2D follows suit. Jacob going for the undercut on Frisdy. That could be crucial. Jacob needs a very quick outlap here to be able to make the undercut work. Because you're losing about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You're losing about 20 seconds here around this track. And so far, Jacob is in that 20-second window.
Now, watch out with the S's, with the cold tires.
Yes. Seems to have handled them okay. But the gap remaining stagnant at around 19 seconds at the moment. So if I were Frisdy, I would come in this lap to counteract what Jacob did. I mean, the gap's not really coming down at the moment, but it's whoa! Hello! Trap and Ollie still squabbling at the moment. Trap getting himself ahead this time. I think this is going to be a great battle between these two for this race, and they're actually
Frisdy staying
this
out.
is holding Jacob up. This is holding Jacob up. That's working in Frisdy's favor. Frisdy stays out. That's interesting. Frisdy stays out. Gap still hovering around the 19-second area, so Frisdy's breathing a sigh of relief at the moment. And there we go. Jacob now up into 5th after getting himself ahead of Ollie on the DRS on the pit straight. I think Frisdy's going to try and go for a one-stop here, which is a pretty bold strategy if he pulls it off. That's a valid point that Torpedo has brought up. It really depends on how Frisdy's tyres are at this point in the race. Because he'll have done 12 laps on those softs.
That's 12 laps. They shouldn't be good.
Yeah. So the gap's down to 18 seconds. Jacob's only made 1 second up on Frisdy since he made that stop, and now that he's got himself ahead of Trappolos, now he can start closing that gap. This is the point where Frisdy will need to think, right, I need to come in now to stop him from getting ahead. Here he goes. That's Frisdy coming in now. Bull Beast will no doubt follow suit. 12 laps on those softs. That's a strong opening stint, and there we go. He does come in, and that puts Andrea into the lead for the time being. But Jacob is the one to watch. He's coming around the last corner now. Has the undercut worked for Jacob?
This is going to be close. Yeah, I think it's going to work.
It's going to be close. Indeed, it has. He kept within that 20-second window, and he gets himself ahead of Frisdy. And Trappolos, crucially, gets ahead as well.
Trappolos, who has 12 old laps. Trappolos could be a key here, because he's blocking Frisdy. Frisdy will have to push to get through Trappolos.
Indeed.
Probably around this sector he will finish.
Here we go.
With the DRS.
Frisdy going to try... Frisdy, that's brave. He's going to try the outside. Heading onto the back straight. That's very brave. And I think he's made the mistake he has. There's the DRS. Now he can start pulling away. Brilliant move there from Frisdy, getting himself into 3rd place. Now he can start hunting Jacob down again.
Go back to the train here. DRS train in the middle. Always in X1. Starfish fighting Tootie for P6.
There we go. Frisdy already within DRS range of Jacob.
But it's not enough. He needs to build the gap. It's a 3-second gap now.
Yeah. He needs to build the gap once he gets ahead of Jacob. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be tight. He's going to have to brake a little bit later than Jacob. Does he get ahead? He does. And Jacob gets a penalty. Jacob gets a penalty for track limits.
I'm not sure if that was a justified penalty. Let's watch the replay.
Right.
Look how Frisdy pushes Jacob a little bit. He forces that penalty, to be honest. Look at this.
Yeah,
look at this. Look.
Yeah, I don't think Jacob will be too happy about that.
He forces Jacob to the penalty.
So yeah, alongside. So yeah, Frisbee does break a bit later. Yeah. Yeah, based on that, yeah, I think Frisbee did force him off the track.
So he would need to. It looks like he forced him off the track. I'm sorry, but we are here just saying what we see. No, it's up to stewards.
Yeah. I mean, we're not the stewards at the end of the day. We're just here to call the action.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we're into the second half of the race now. Frisbee already starting to build the gap between him and Jacob. He's got a second. Now he needs to get another. Well, actually, he doesn't need to worry about building a gap now because Jacob has that penalty. But he'll probably need to try and build that gap anyway, just to be on the safe side in case Jacob's penalty gets removed.
Yeah. Junk Maneuver saying he didn't force him off. I'm not sure. Well, everyone has his opinion, their opinion, but there was no room for.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
They were side to side. Yeah, stewards will get it noted, so we'll see. Let's go back to. Oh, Max has got a lot of penalties. Turi is 2/10 before Oli. Behind Oli.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Trapolos in the pits, 14 laps on those mediums.
For the overtake on the
whoa! What just happened there?
Where?
Oh my goodness me! Trapolos' car is just bugging all over the place. What on earth is?
Yep.
What on earth was that?
Yeah, exactly. Jacob can't get another warning if he wants to remove that. It's going to be very difficult to get it removed, to be honest, and I'm not sure if it's possible.
Yeah. There we go. Sasha gets another penalty for track limits. Timing screen is all over the place at the moment. The timing screen all over the place at the moment, and it actually took a while to get updated actually, because Trapolos came into the pits and he's now on softs. Took a while for the timing screen to update that. Bull Beast getting himself ahead of Ollie meanwhile for P6, because it's a traditional scoring system, folks. You get your 25 points for the win, 18 for second, and so on. 1 point for 10th, but you also get a bonus point for the fastest lap inside the top 10. And there's also a point for the fastest lap outside the top 10. There we go. That's Andrea into the pits now. I mean, that's impressive. 16 laps on those mediums. So that's great that a lot of these drivers have managed to stretch to a one-stop. So you got to give massive props to them for tire management.
Yeah, tire management is key.
And all these yellow flags, that's an Aston Martin, it's Jacob!
Oh, in the
That's Jacob, that's huge! That's a virtual! Oh, that is huge! I didn't see what happened, but my word, that is huge!
I'm trying to see if we can get a...
That's through the S's and he's put it into the wall!
We can get his
car. It's through the S's and he put it into the wall!
Virtual safety car out. Oh, this little train. Watch out on the VSC, because you can get a drive-through penalty if you're not keeping the delta.
The delta, yes.
We've seen it happen.
So that's our second retirement of the day. Alex Haig at the top of the hill at the end of Sector 1. And now Jacob through the S's just there. So now 2D is in prime position to get a strong result, given he's got no penalties yet.
Yes. However, the gap between Frisbee and Elfin is 11 seconds. Sad about Jacob there. He was doing a fantastic race, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a real shame. You never want to retire. You never want to end up retiring at the start of in the first race of the season, especially if you're in contention for the win.
We still have full yellow. I'm not sure why.
That is bizarre.
Is it glitch or something? I'm not sure if the drivers are getting. Well, okay, there we are. We are green flag now.
There we go.
That was Jacob, man.
Yeah.
That was the winner, the contention for the win to Frisbee.
Yeah.
Frisbee now has a 10-second gap from Starfish.
Yeah.
The gap's it's building, so we're going to be focusing on 2D for the podium.
Yeah. Because as it stands, he will jump Starfish on penalty countback.
10 laps to go.
Yep. A little further back, you've got the Alpha Tauris. They're having a pretty good race so far. Matrix in 6th, Waldo in 7th.
Holy shit.
They're bearing down on Liam for 5th place. And as it stands, they'll jump Liam on penalty countback and possibly Bull Beast as well, depending on the penalty count. So they could end up with a very strong points haul at the end of all this.
Young Maneuver gets that incident don't matter anymore. Exactly, yeah.
Incident. Yes, the incident in air quotes now. Oh dear.
Unless stewards want to penalize.
Oh, Matrix! Oh, Matrix! You cannot be going for moves like that. That is inexcusable. You cannot be going for a dive like that.
Dives are very dangerous, but not only for the other drivers, for you. Because I made a mistake last night, and I missed my breaking point, and I almost took out Kenzie. Remember that when you were saying, "What are you doing?"
Oh yes.
Well, it was not a mistake; it was a glitch, but
it's all good. It's all good. That's like. I say it was on the run up the hill to turn 1, and he braked substantially later, and now Matrix has got damage as a result. Andrea, meanwhile, gets himself ahead of Liam into 6th place. 2D has got himself ahead of Starfish, and as I say that those two battling, and there's another time penalty for Frisbee. He can't afford to pick up any more penalties.
Yeah, he cannot afford.
Can't afford to pick up any more penalties. Otherwise, he might be in trouble. The 2D trying to find a way past Starfish.
The lone retreat.
As we're into the closing stages of the race.
Who else is fighting? Sasha. Let's see Sasha. P14 now, fighting Smooth.
Yeah. Andrea meanwhile gets himself out of Waldo into 5th place, and hang on. And Liam's had an off, and that's put Matrix back into P7.
Look at this, Kenzie. How important it is to not get damage in X1. Sasha was the pole seat. The pole had the pole. He was P1.
Yeah.
He had damage on his front wing. It was not a big incident. It was just a late break incident, and he's now P11 with 8 laps to go.
Yeah.
So it's very important in next one, guys. Try to be safe as possible.
Yeah, and Torpedo just backing up that point there. That's the thing. That's the thing with the X1. You have to pick your opportunity and not send it into ridiculous corners. And we've just seen that there. 2D, meanwhile, he's got himself ahead of Starfish into P2.
It's JBL.
Yeah, that's JBL. Not what he would have wanted. So it's not been the best. It's not been the best of days for the Alpine team either. Because the McLaren haven't had the best of days either. Andrea, meanwhile, gets himself ahead of his teammates. It's the advantage of having fresh softs on at 21. So here we go. We're at the 75% race distance mark. If a safety car were to come out now, that would be it. No more penalties would get removed.
Exactly.
So Andrea is really closing in. He's closing in fast on there, Starfish. Sasha, meanwhile, gets the fastest lap of the race. He's now into a point-paying position as CVT comes in. 15 laps on those mediums. He'll be going for softs. He'll be banking on going for the fastest lap outside the top 10. And with the pace that he showed from the Dev League last season, he's definitely got the pace to be able to pull off a late fastest lap.
And fine Waldo. Look at him. He can get P4, maybe podium.
Yeah, so that's a valid point. He could end up on the podium if all goes to plan here. If he keeps within touching distance of those ahead of him. He's in because he's about 6-7 tenths behind Bull Beast at the moment. But the crucial thing is Waldo has no penalties, and neither does Tootie up ahead. Because if Frisbee picks up another couple of penalties, that could put Tootie in a prime position to steal the win on penalty countback.
So Waldo needs to make pretty much 1 second. Around 1 second.
Indeed. Yeah, and that's if Frisbee picks up another couple of penalties along the way.
Yeah.
There we go, Zola with a penalty for track limits. So this track can be notorious for track limits, especially A through the S's and B through the final corner as well. Starfish, meanwhile, picks up another penalty. Here we go. Here comes Staff. Oh, we got a three-way dance here for that second place. 2D still keeping himself ahead of Starfish. Andrea has joined in on the fray as well. So Andrea, as he picks up another time penalty, Andrea could be in prime position. Oh, 2D's got spinning. And oh dear, that's damage. That's damage for Bull Beast, I think. Yeah, that's damage. He's lost an end plate. Oh, that is brutal.
And Waldo's in the podium now.
Waldo in prime position for a podium now. Yes, absolutely.
Bulbis will be fuming. Sasha's fighting for top 10. Yes, he is. He has 6 second time penalty now. He's P11. He has lone retreat. Oof. Yeah, battle for P2 now. There's battles everywhere.
Oh, yeah, business definitely picking up here with a handful of laps to go. And as we say that, Waldo ends up picking up a penalty for track limits.
He needs to stay within those 3 seconds to get the podium now.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to make up about a second, give or take. 2D, meanwhile, in prime position to be able to get himself back into a potential podium paying position. He needs to start closing that gap now. Starfish, meanwhile, battling Andrea for second place.
It's a great fight. This track gives us great fights, but it's not one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, I was saying that last night as well. That this isn't one of my favorite tracks either, but
Kenzie, what do you think about F1 2023 Las Vegas?
oh yes, that announcement earlier this week. Yeah, I mean, a Saturday night race.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how they're going to pull that off.
Yeah, and a night for us, it will be what, like 4 a.m. for you guys?
Oh boy, I am. Oh, yeah, that's basically going to be the same start time as Australia next week.
Probably.
And oh, Hurricane's gone! Oh!
Safety car! Safety car!
Well, that's just changed everything. With the Hurricane facing backwards, he went into the wall. That's it. Well, that has just changed everything. That safety car is a game changer because that has just brought Tootie right back into contention for a possible race win.
Exactly.
Never mind just a podium.
Exactly, race win. Frizzly, he's probably fuming. He's going in. Frizzly's going in.
There he goes. Who else is going to follow suit? See, the big thing here to take into
Andres
account
going
is the
in. Starfish
there we
going
go.
in.
Everyone's coming in. If they've got a spare set of softs handy.
Waldo is going in. Dude is going in.
Yeah, here we go. It's a domino effect. One goes in, everyone goes in. Everyone going for softs to the end now. This is going to be a sprint to the finish now.
Oh, man. What an end of a race. We were going to be having, what, 2 laps?
Possibly.
Possibly 2 laps of racing.
There we go.
Oh, this is the worst situation for Frisbee.
Absolutely, yeah. That safety car is the last thing he needed with the penalties that he's got.
Now, remember, in F1 games in general, not only Extreme 1, but in F1 games in general, when people see a late safety car in a race, they try to go for dive bombs. They try to go for moves that they would normally don't do.
Yeah.
Won't do. Because it's like, it's take it or leave, you know? It's a all or nothing situation.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
So we might be seeing some trouble here.
Indeed. Yeah, we've got Trap Paulos. Meanwhile, he's caught right in the middle of this. He's right in the middle of the pack. And oh, it looks like he's under fuel at the moment. Are there any other drivers that are under fuel at the moment? No, it's just Trap Paulos is the only driver that's under fuel at the moment.
How do you tell that?
Because if you go to Trap Paulos, I mean, every other driver, their fuel is white. Well, actually, Trap's level again with his fuel because if the fuel light is yellow, that means you're under fuel.
Okay. So well, the safety car saved him, to be honest. Then
it definitely saved him as far as his fuel was concerned, definitely. But this is
lap 27 and 28 just for racing.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this. After this lap, in this lap, only some lap cars may overtake the safety car. and let's see what happens.
Oh boy, Abu Dhabi all over again.
Yeah, Trap may need to get out of the way. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
definitely.
I hope Codemasters and EA give us commentators the control of the safety car, the red flag, the safety car in, all that stuff. Man, if we can get the control of that, like it's an option for the spectators, you know,
Yeah.
like getting the race director spot. That would be amazing.
Oh, here we go. Safety car in this lap.
I'm not sure what to do. What should I get into the leader gap or interval lap?
I think stick with the intervals for the time being.
Okay.
And this leaves Frisbee as the de facto safety car. All it's going to take is one mistake.
Now
from
remember
any of the drivers ahead.
Remember the new safety car
one mistake
restart
from any of the
rules.
drivers ahead of me. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there is that. One mistake from any of the cars ahead of 2D, and he'll be in a prime position to take the win.
Once Frisbee goes full throttle, he can.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, there he goes.
There he goes.
He's dropped the hammer. Here we go. It's hammer time, folks, as Hamilton would put it.
Oh, there's no way
2 laps to go.
There's no way he's getting 3 seconds. It would be crazy.
Yeah, Starfish has just got himself ahead of Andrea for. Oh, and there's drama at the back, and Liam's been caught up in it. JBL as well. And of course, because we've only got 2 laps left, there's going to be no DRS. If you want to overtake anybody, you're going to have to do it on track through merit alone. And that's low retreat. He just spun Elephant Starfish round. Starfish will be thinking, why did you not give me enough space there? And that's put 2D in position to get into 5th place. He's right on the back of Waldo. And there we go. 2D now into 5th place.
2D is 1 second from the race win.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, Ollie's just picked up a penalty.
Oh no, he's not 1 second from. He's from podium probably, because the long retreat is the race winner. Should be race winner right now.
And there we go. Frisbee gets the fastest lap of the race.
Frisbee needs to make 7/10 in this lap to get the win.
Yes, but even at that, he needs to be aware of what 2D is pulling off behind him as well.
Oh, that's true. The long retreat should be pushing probably like hell.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
2.9, 3 seconds. There is the 3 second gap.
That's the 3 seconds.
But not 2Ds. He needs 3/10.
Yeah.
8, 8 tenths now.
This.
2 more tenths.
Oh my word. This is anyone's guess at this point. I mean, Frisbee is going to stay ahead of Lone Retreat for the time being.
But this is 2D's win. Looks like it. Oh
Yeah,
no!
if 2D can,
110.
if 2D can stay. Oh! That's. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be really tight for 2D.
Oh, the gap's there now.
The gap is right there. Oh, this is going to be so close. but here comes Frisdi. He takes the checkered flag. Is it going to be enough to keep the race win? I think it just might. Long retreat, second. 2D, 3/10 away from the win. Frisdi, the defending champion, takes the win at the Circuit of the Americas, the same track he won the title at last season.
Get in there. That's really good. That was a really good end, man. 3/10 from the win. 3/10 from the win. Smooth getting the driver of the day, the Codemasters driver.
He's getting the Codemasters driver of the day. But I've got to give it to Frisdi. He managed to keep his cool. He managed to stay calm despite everything that he endured at the start. He didn't have the best of qualifying positions, but at the end of the day, he managed to pull it off, and he ended up getting the win as a result. 2D, massive props to him, second place. But I've got to give Frisdi driver of the day.
Okay, now I'm a little bit confused. I know Frisdi is Irish.
Yeah, so it'll be the Irish national anthem if that's the case.
Yeah.
Buscando
Let me find it first.
And now, the anthem of Ireland Republic.
이어서 아일랜드 공화국팀의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
I'm pretty sure this is not the first time or the last time we're going to be listening to it.
Yeah, absolutely. First time we've heard it this season, and like you said, highly unlikely it will be the last we hear it. And Torpedo just summing it up in a nutshell right there. Drives like that prove why Frisdi is a champion, and he's not wrong on that assessment.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Kenzie, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, I'll say a big thanks to everybody that's that tuned in this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, to be able to be calling the action. I say it's great to have the XRL back, and I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to happen over the course of this season, and no doubt you are as well, Caesar.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really excited for Extreme Racing League's season 6 so far. Remember, this is a short season. Season 7 with the new game. I cannot believe we are in season 6 right now. We started with a little dream, and now we're we are on our 6th season. So, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kenzie. Stay tuned for in 1 hour from now. It's going to be X2 time.
Yes, 8 p.m. UK time, and that will close out the first week of the XRL for this season. Next week, we're going to be heading to the Imola circuit for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. But until then, folks, thanks for watching, and good night.